Welcome back everyone to some more F1 Manager 2022. This is the Alpine save heading into the Red Bull Ring, the Austrian Grand Prix in our final season here. Unless you guys want to see more of this, I think I might retire this season or the series after this season, mainly because I want to focus on the Williams road to glory. But let me know. Development point for Pierre Gasly. I think, what does he need? Cornering maybe to be a little faster. All right, he's 88 rated. Let's go. This is good indeed. What about Leclerc? Nothing yet. I think he's almost close to another development point, and Doohan has nothing yet as well. So let's head on into Austria. I think we got some things coming through. All right, some development points for our staff members here. Front wing probably up because we're all 86 and 87 now, so he's pretty well balanced. Let me see. Feedback, car setup. Yes, please. That is what we need. 99 rated in car setup. All right, time to head in then. I think qualifying position and reach Q2 for both cars is possible. And qualifying position, I think, in the top four for both drivers. And then for race target, fastest lap we can do, I think. And this streak guarantee is always there. So let's head on in then. Oy. Oh dear, okay. Doohan just spun. Not bad though. Yeah. Sometimes happens, so we gotta be wary of that spinning there. It'll be fine. Car is fine. It's just a powertrain that's worn, but that's fine. Just a little spin for one of our drivers, and that is the end of the session. Albon taking a engine penalty here. Doing pretty well. Leclerc on very worn engines. P11, Jack Doohan P19. Not bad for the two drivers. So let's head on into FP2. Another practice session completed without big issues. Pierre Gasly P14, Charles Leclerc P20. Not big of a deal because they're all on worn engine components. So FP3, here we go. All right, good news. Leclerc gives us an optimal setup. He's in the garage. Oh, very close. 97. Oi. Okay. Oh, how do I do this? All right, session is officially over. Now it's time for qualifying. Back of the grid so far with our worn engines, of course, so don't worry about that. 97% is the best I can do no matter how I shift things. It seems like the optimal part of the toe out is going to move to great, so I'm not going to risk it. We're going to keep Leclerc at 97, which is the best possible set of confidence we can get. Gasly is currently sitting on a 95%, but I've made a slight change here with the braking stability and cornering, so hopefully he'll bump up into the 97 plus. Very good car setup. But let's head on into qualifying, see how well this car performs and how our drivers do and where they put this car on the grid. Hope you guys are enjoying the video. If you are, there are a couple things you can do to support the channel. First off, press that like button and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe by pressing the red button down below and hit the notification bell as well so you're notified as soon as I upload next. Thank you guys so much for your support. Hope you enjoyed the rest of the video. All right, out on a clear track for our first lap. Fresh softs on and fresh components or fresher components. The ones that I could actually use to race. Leclerc with a 102.9, Gasly 5,000ths behind, so they're very close on pace with each other, so that much I like to see. So let's see if that's good enough to get us through to the next round, which I think it is. 102 is quite a competitive lap. Ooh, unlucky. Gasly is only on a 96%. I only improved it by 1 percentage point, so well, it'll have to do. It'll have to do. By the end of this session, only one set of laps done. Magnussen gets a little faster than us by about 22,000ths, I think, right here. And then Bottas and Verstappen also quite close to us, but not too close. So that's good to see. Schumacher, Latifi, Stroll, Vettel, and Iwasa are out. Moving on to the next round. All right, coming up to the line for our first lap of Q2. Bottas got in our way a little bit, but we're still in the 109s, or 102, sorry. 102s, 102.6. We're a little faster. The track must be evolving now. We do have a little bit of track grip. Track grip is up to normal, and track rubber is on low. So even though we're using used softs for this lap, we have a competitive lap, which is good. Very good. Just one lap and done, and fastest lap is ours yet again, or for this round at least. Magnussen beat us last time, of course, but Leclerc, Gasly, P1, P2, which is a good sign. Tsunoda, Zhou, Albon, Perez, and Sainz are out. Ooh, Perez is a huge name in the Ferrari, out in Q2, and Red Bull of Sainz. Two big names out. So Final round, here we go. We do have a little bit of traffic to deal with, but these are very worn softs. We're just trying to put a banker lap on. 103.1, it's a little slow now. Leclerc 103.0, which is quite competitive, but we know we can be faster because we've set 102.9s, 102.6s, so we should be heading closer to that number, or maybe even faster, maybe closer to the 102.43s. So let's try and push for that with fresh softs at the end. All right, we've got a clean lap in at the end here, but my goodness, Gasly is on an absolute mad lap here. Goes P1 with a 102.9. What about Leclerc? Does he improve on his lap? 102.9 as well. No, he does not. Oh, 18 thousandths gap between Leclerc and Gasly, but Gasly gets the better of Charles Leclerc to secure pole position for now. We got a couple more cars crossing the line. I think there's a Magnussen crossing the line here. Let's see how well he does. Boom, finish P7 only. P7 only, and I think that's it. I think that's it for the session. That means we got a front row lockout for Gasly and Leclerc. Let's go. Great news. We got a front row lockout. 102.916 being the fastest for this session. Leclerc with a 102.935. Very close from the two drivers, but front row lockout, that's always what we would like to see. So let's see if we can convert this into a double podium yet again. Let's go.
It's race day, with the teams and drivers ready and raring to go.
Alpine did an excellent job during qualifying, and they've given their drivers quite a leg up going into this race. This weekend, Red Bull displayed promise during qualifying. Now they need to capitalize on their grid position and get a good race under their belts. And the sun is shining bright here today. This is perfect weather for teams and drivers alike to show us what they're capable of.
And Austria is always full of surprises, so who knows what lies in store here at the Red Bull Ring.
Alright, let's go. This is my home Grand Prix. Let's see if the Austrian Grand Prix serves us well today. Alright, so this is going to be an interesting strat. Soft to medium strat going on for Gasly. He's going to try and push on the softs and then pit early for the hards. And then Leclerc is going to be on the opposite, hards, and then get the overcut and try to go for softs at the end. So let's see if both serve the same or similar amount of time. I'm excited to see what we can pull out of the bag here. Hopefully, it's another good race finish. Let's go into the Styrian Mountains.
It's bright and sunny as the drivers line up on the grid. There we have Pierre Gasly. They're starting today at the head of the pack, but will they be able to stay there? Leclerc there, down the grid. They're in second place on the grid, but that could so easily change in the first few seconds of the race. The teams are ready to go.
And let's get this.
The crowd are ready, the cars are ready.
Here we go. It's the Austrian Grand Prix. Let's go. Lights out. And away we go. Alright, let's see if Gasly and Leclerc can pull away nicely here. Gasly, I gave you the benefit of the soft tires. Let's see if you can make the most of it. Leclerc trying to defend nicely against Bottas, and I think he is succeeding to some degree there. Come on, boys. Give it everything in the opening laps here. This is the most important part of the whole race. Try to get a nice start, try to build a nice gap, and try to push ahead, because we need that gap before the pit stops. It would be nice to be well ahead of the rest of the field by the time we do our one and only pit stop today. So far so good. Turn 4 nicely done. We are slowly pulling away from Bottas, who is now more than a second behind. I want at least a 1.5 or 2 second gap if we can build it within our first lap here. We're going to push it with everything we've got. Gasly's going to be trying to push until lap 29, so he's going to have priority for pitting. But I do want a gap forming quickly. This is good. It's a real good push from the team here. Alright, as we cross the line for lap 2, we're going to drop our fuel, and I'm going to drop tire usage.
Just look after this tire set though. Look after it.
Let's see. Leclerc is building a gap. This is good. Lap 1 is looking splendid. We are building almost 2 second gap here. Hopefully this will maintain and continue to grow as we continue with the Grand Prix. 1.8 for now. Come on, come on, come on. We're building a nice gap here, lap 26, and we've got a 6.5 second or so gap to Russell behind. Ricardo stealing the fastest lap there. But right now it's looking good. We got a solid gap. All right. Oh, God. Ignore. We're going to pit Gasly now for the hards. Let's pit. And try to get Leclerc to go a little faster, perhaps. Let's try to go aggressive on the tires a little. Try to push ahead. Okay, Gasly is in for his one and only pit stop. So we got some spins happening. Sector 2 yellow flag, but no safety car, which is all right. In the pits he goes. Russell and Verstappen seem to continue. Let's see if we can give him a good stop here. Come on, soft to hards. 2.5, a little on the slow side. Not bad though. So Leclerc keeps going. Where does Gasly release? I think P6 maybe. 7. With a bunch of cars just ahead of him. That's not bad. We'll see. We'll just let him keep going. He just needs to keep racing his race. Leclerc also needs to keep racing his race until lap 43. So let's keep going. Alright, time for Leclerc to come in for his pit stop now. Let's see. Ricardo locking up as well. Not sure what's happening there. Gasly is 10 seconds behind, or 16 seconds, almost 17 seconds behind Leclerc. Russell's still going. He has not pit yet. Gasly has, of course, so he's aiming for the lead of the Grand Prix now. Let's go a little balanced for a bit and try to save some fuel here. Okay.
Update on liftoff.
I think Leclerc is going to be right behind Gasly and behind Sainz. So, oh, Perez as well. Perez is involved here with Gasly. But off we go. This is looking okay for now. It's good. How are the pit stops looking? Guys ahead have not pit yet. We just need to be ahead of Verstappen, who has pit. So, this is looking good. It's looking good for now. Oh no, multiples car crashed. I do not need... Ah, VSC deployed. VSC deployed. That's okay. VSC is fine. I don't need a full safety car. The full safety car is the one that kills us. Right now, we have a solid gap ahead.
I think there's been contact on the track. We can take a
Oi.
look now.
Okay,
Now
so
let's
this
look.
is
We're watching
worrying.
Nicholas Latifi.
This is very worrying. Oh,
And there's the
he's gone
collision.
wide.
It's caused
What
absolute
collision? Oh
carnage.
god. Oi. He just rammed into him. He was just stationary and he just like ran into him. Okay, fine. It's no big deal. VSC's fine. VSC is fine. We got about 10, 11 laps left, so let's just try and save some tires and we should be fine because we have a 9-second gap to Verstappen, who's the only threat to us right now. So let's see how this ends. All right, here we go. This is coming up to the final lap here, and it all comes down to this. I'm going to give both of these guys full ERS deployment, try to push. We have an 8.5 second gap to Russell behind. Now it depends who's going to win it. I'm just going to let these guys race it and determine whoever's going to win P1 and P2 on track. So it's up to you guys. Gasly does have the tire advantage with the hard tires having a much better lifespan right now. Leclerc is on a very worn soft tire, so we'll see if Gasly can make this work out for him. Right now it's tight between the two. As we go into turn 4, will Gasly... Oh, he does not attempt it. He does not attempt the dive. Well, he is asking questions here. But will there be enough time left on circuit for him to make this move stick? Will it be a final dive to try to get that win? I don't think so. It seems like maybe I can give him an attack in the final couple turns. I don't think it matters much, but... Well, what do you know? A dominant performance from both cars. You'll love to see it. P1, P2.
We have checkered flag now.
Gasly and Leclerc unbeatable on track today. Fastest lap for Leclerc on the final lap. What a result.
Let's take a closer look. Charles
That's what I'm
Leclerc
talking
there,
about.
taking home the win.
Big strategy call, one-stop strategy, and no mistakes.
A hugely
No
talented
mistakes.
driver and undoubtedly a worthy winner.
There we go. You love to see it. You love to see it. You're welcome, Leclerc. Great win. And it was close between the two. I gotta say, Gasly and Leclerc are very close regarding race pace
Okay,
and
that's the checkered flag.
racing ability. Beautiful double podium for us, and I think maximum points because we also got the fastest lap. That's what we like to see. So, yeah, it's surprising. Sainz is down here, Magnussen far back, Russell P3, Verstappen misses out. I like to see that.
Well, this was definitely Charles Leclerc's weekend. This podium is a brilliant reward for everyone's hard work over the weekend. And the Monegasque driver certainly proved his worth with a terrific drive today. It was a hard-fought contest for all three drivers, each one securing precious points for their team. I imagine everyone at Alpine will be very satisfied with their performance today.
Yep, they managed to bring everything together. Strategy, engineering and driving. They've had a very strong weekend indeed.
After an intense weekend, the team ends in first place in the constructor standings.
As we reach mid-season, the battle will pick up again in the Côte d'Azur. Join us in the south of France at the circuit Paul Ricard.
I gotta say, it's too easy now. It's too easy. Like, guys, come on, give me a challenge. No, I'm not gonna get too complacent here. Pierre Gasly and Leclerc top steps at the podium, and Gasly gets the fastest lap point apparently. Okay, fine. That doesn't matter. At least as long as the team gets it, you know. Now watch this 1 point become the decider between Gasly and Leclerc for the driver standings. I don't know. But yeah, beautiful sight to see double podium with Russell filling out the final spot on the podium. Verstappen, Bottas, Piastri, Magnussen, Norris, Perez, and Ricciardo in the top 10 points. Sainz, Ocon, Zhou, Tsunoda, Iwasa, Albon, Stroll, Vettel, Latifi, and Schumacher round out the finishers. So that is a splendid sight to see. Leclerc up in P1 solidly now by 17 points ahead of Verstappen, and Gasly slowly climbing 41 points behind Verstappen but etching away at Verstappen's lead. So maybe we can get a 1-2 for Alpine in the driver's standings. We also got upgrades coming through relatively soon, I think during the summer break. So let's see if we can keep pushing the car ahead. A lot of points earned, 44 points earned today, 32-point gap with our points earned against Red Bull, but we are extending our lead way ahead here. What is this? Like 63 points ahead now. So this is absolutely stunning. Stunning result for Alpine. Let's try and keep this up. Haas still at 0. Maybe Haas need me as their team principal. I don't know. But yeah, it's looking good right now. Leclerc with a development point, of course. He was very close to one. Doohan does not get a new development point, but he does get some good hours in the car. And just like that, oh, 6.4 mil made in sponsorship bonuses, 1.835 mil handed out in bonuses, but 4.6 mil profit. This is getting ridiculous, guys. I love to see it. Let's move on to France.